My child, hear me now. This concerns your dwelling, the space you call home. The walls themselves hum with subtle energy, vibrating ever so faintly beneath your feet. Shadows shift where none should move, and a quiet presence watches, unseen yet profoundly felt. Light flickers unexpectedly through your windows, tracing patterns across the floor that are not of your making. Objects may feel slightly displaced, as if the house itself is whispering a warning to you. I am Archangel Gabriel, and I come to alert you. Very soon, a man will arrive, or an action will unfold that will touch the essence of your home. You must attune your senses, my child, to every flicker, every creak, every breath of air that moves unnaturally. Your dwelling is alive with subtle signals, and these are not meant to frighten but to prepare you. Listen carefully to your intuition, for it is the voice of the Spirit aligned with mine. Time is shortening, and the hour of revelation approaches. Do not dismiss the stirring in your heart, for it is the first ripple of what is to come. Message 2. Beloved, the quiet hum in your home grows louder to those who pay attention. Feel the vibrations underfoot. They are not accidents but messages etched into the energy of your walls. Windows that tremble in the softest breeze, lamps that flicker without reason, these are signals that unseen forces move in proximity. You may feel watched, though nothing is visible. This is the work of the unseen realm preparing your awareness. My child, a man approaches whose presence will alter the course of your dwelling's peace. The time for denial has passed. You cannot ignore these subtle disturbances any longer. Each misplaced object, each shifting shadow is a sign I place for you, a divine breadcrumb to lead you toward vigilance. Do not allow fear to paralyze you but let reverence guide your attention. Open your heart to the sacred alert that vibrates through your home. Awareness is your shield now. This is not a story to hear later but a truth to acknowledge immediately. Message 3. Precious soul, sense the air in your home. The stillness carries a tension unlike the ordinary. A quiet energy moves in currents, brushing your awareness, nudging your perception toward the extraordinary. You may feel small disturbances, a book slightly out of place, a shadow that lingers at the corner of your vision, or a soft hum that seems to respond to your presence. These are not coincidences, my child. They are heralds of what is about to come. Very soon, a man will act in your dwelling or approach it, and the spiritual implications of his presence will demand your full awareness. I urge you not to look away. The flicker of light through your windows is more than sunlight, it is my illumination, seeking to guide your attention. Objects may tremble or shift in response to unseen energies, and these signs are for you to notice. Trust the feelings that stir uneasily within you. They are my whispers. Message 4. Beloved, do you feel it? The air thickens with expectancy, and yet you may not see the full weight of what approaches. Subtle movements, soft shifts, shadows dancing with a life of their own, these are all part of the preparation I lay before you. The man I speak of is very near, though he may be invisible to your eyes. His intentions will soon imprint themselves on the energy of your home, and if you are not attentive, the effects may unsettle the foundation of your peace. My child, this is a sacred alarm. Your dwelling is alive with awareness, and the warning I send is precise. Watch the walls, listen to the silence, feel the vibrations beneath your feet, and let your heart remain open to every whisper of intuition. Nothing occurring in these moments is trivial. Every flicker, every subtle displacement carries meaning, and understanding will be crucial to your safety and spiritual clarity. Message 5. My child, the events about to unfold in your house will demand your full attention. Are you prepared? Even now, the vibrations in your walls pulse with urgency, shadows gather with purpose, and the very air quivers with anticipation. You may feel fear rising, and this is natural, but let reverence temper your heart. A man is coming, or a circumstance will manifest, that will reveal the hidden energy surrounding your dwelling. The light flickers as though the house itself seeks to awaken your awareness. Nothing is random. Every small disturbance, every subtle sensation, is a signal for you to focus, to stand vigilant, to prepare spiritually. My child, hear me clearly. Your presence, your alertness, your faith are now required. The unfolding will not wait for hesitation. Watch, listen, and trust in my guidance, for I, Archangel Gabriel, am here to protect, to warn, and to illuminate what the unseen holds for you. Messages 6 to 10, Ignored Intuition. Message 6. My child, do you recall the unease that stirred within you in days past? The soft nudges of intuition, the whispers in your mind, the quiet signals that something was amiss? These were my messages, sent long before this moment, yet they were overlooked. The creaking floors at odd hours, shadows that moved in the corner of your vision, soft knocks that seemed out of place, these were not random disturbances, but a divine forewarning of what is imminent. Now, the time draws near for these subtle cues to manifest more tangibly. Your inner guidance is your ally, precious soul. When intuition whispers, it is not a mere feeling, it is a lifeline. You must now reconcile with the hesitation that caused these warnings to be ignored. Each ignored sign has heightened the need for vigilance, and very soon, the presence of the man I spoke of will test your awareness. My child, awaken fully to the sacred reality around you. Do not allow guilt or disbelief to cloud your clarity, for this moment requires pure attention and courage. Message 7. Beloved, remember the odd shadows that lingered longer than they should, the subtle temperature shifts in corners of your home, the gentle pressure of eyes unseen upon your soul. These were the instruments I used to guide you toward readiness. My child, very soon, the man I warned you about will make his intentions known, and all the small disturbances ignored before will converge into a revelation you cannot dismiss. You may feel anxious, for the signs you once brushed aside now bear weight, but let this anxiety become alertness, a sacred tension that sharpens your senses. Feel the hum of energy in your walls, the trembling of objects not touched, the movement in reflections that seem alive. This is your home communicating, guiding, preparing you for what is coming. Trust what your spirit has sensed for weeks, months, even if your mind tried to rationalize it away. Divine messages require belief in the unseen, and I am calling you now, my precious soul, to honor these subtle warnings. Message 8. My child, I see the flicker of hesitation in your heart, the faint doubt that you might have overlooked the signs. Do not despair, the moment of clarity is at hand. Every odd noise, every shadow that stretches unnaturally, every unexplained movement has been a preparation for the approaching arrival. The man I spoke of will soon step into the sphere of your dwelling, and his presence will interact with energies you cannot yet see. You may feel a pang of fear or guilt for ignoring the subtle signs, but these are not punishments, they are lessons, invitations to awaken. The vibrations beneath your feet, the shifting shadows, the whispering in the edges of your mind, these were my gentle alerts, my way of guiding you toward awareness. Precious soul, do not turn away now. The time for attention is not later, it is now. Your vigilance will be the anchor that steadies your spirit when the unseen manifests in ways you cannot yet imagine. Message 9. Beloved, I speak to you with urgency, the signs you dismissed are now amplifying. Doors may creak without wind, candles flicker in patterns, shadows stretch unnaturally across familiar spaces. The presence of the man approaches, and his influence will ripple through your dwelling. My child, do not let fear overwhelm, let it refine your senses. This is the spiritual awakening that comes from attention to the unseen. Everything subtle you ignored, every intuition brushed aside, is converging into a reality that will be unmistakable. The house itself vibrates with this truth, whispering, nudging, and preparing you. Open your awareness fully, my precious soul, and let no warning go unheeded. Each small disturbance is a sacred signal, a piece of the puzzle I am placing before you so that you may act with wisdom and courage. Message 10. Precious soul, very soon, the hidden will come to light. The whispers you ignored, the shadows you dismissed, the subtle disturbances you brushed aside, they were all heralds of this impending moment. The man I have spoken of is approaching, and the energies around your dwelling are aligning to reveal his presence and intent. You may feel anxious or even overwhelmed, but remember, your awareness is your shield, your faith your armor. Every sensation, every flicker, every whisper you now notice is not coincidence, it is a divine signal meant to prepare you. Stand vigilant, my child, and allow no doubt to cloud your perception. The unseen is awakening, and the time to act is at hand. Listen closely, watch carefully, and trust in my guidance, for I, Archangel Gabriel, am with you, illuminating the path through this unfolding truth. Messages 11 to 15, Manifestation of Subtle Disturbances. Message 11. My child, the signs that once whispered now speak louder. The stillness of your home trembles beneath the breath of unseen forces. Doors that were steady move ever so slightly, as though nudged by invisible hands. Objects shift without touch. A faint hum lingers in the corners of your rooms, harmonizing with the rhythm of your heartbeat. These manifestations are not random, they are the language of the divine realm, urging you to observe without fear. The veil between the visible and the unseen grows thin, and what was once subtle now seeks to reveal itself. Precious soul, remain calm. Every sound, every flicker, every ripple in reflection carries purpose. You stand within a threshold moment where awareness itself is your greatest weapon. The man whose presence was foretold moves closer, and the energy he carries intertwines with the very air around you. Do not look away, my child. What begins as gentle motion will soon reveal its meaning. Message 12. Beloved, the disturbances now weave patterns in the silence. Candles flicker in deliberate rhythm, mirrors tremble faintly, and reflections appear to stretch beyond their boundaries. You may sense your own shadow behaving independently, bending to unseen forces. These are not illusions, they are signs. The spiritual atmosphere of your home heightens as the man approaches, his energy seeking entrance through your awareness. My child, you are not defenseless, your attention and faith form a radiant barrier. The house responds to you, mirrors your emotion, echoes your strength. Do not let fear feed the shifting darkness. Instead, stand in reverence, knowing I am near. Every motion, every vibration is a divine signal, and soon the truth concealed in these disturbances will surface with undeniable clarity. Message 13. My precious one, the house breathes with you now. Listen, each sigh of the floorboards, each soft pulse in the walls carries the rhythm of revelation. The disturbances have taken form. You may hear distant whispers that echo your name, or feel a cool breeze move through sealed rooms. These manifestations are not meant to harm but to awaken. The man I warned you about draws near, and his presence stirs both light and shadow within your home's essence. Do not retreat into disbelief. These movements are the divine unveiling what the physical eye cannot yet see. As you stand in awareness, your courage strengthens the light that shields you. Know this, beloved, what you witness is not chaos but communication. The spiritual realm announces its approach through sensation, and I urge you to pay attention. The time for clarity is upon you. Message 14. My child, I have watched you notice the changes, how the air grows charged, how reflections shimmer as though alive. Even silence seems to hum with intelligence. This is the threshold between the natural and the divine. The small signs that once seemed harmless now intensify, not to frighten, but to prepare. Each flickering flame, each whisper of movement, is a divine rehearsal for revelation. You may feel eyes upon you, yet they are the eyes of guardians observing your readiness. I have placed light within your awareness so that when the unseen reveals itself, you will not crumble in fear. Remember, beloved, nothing within your home occurs by chance now. The vibrations in your space are the echoes of truth unfolding. You are being prepared to see, to understand, and to stand firm as revelation takes shape around you. Message 15. My child, what seems small will soon grow, and the man I warned about will appear. The energy you feel is no longer subtle, it expands, pressing against the boundaries of your understanding. Lights flicker more insistently, objects shift in purposeful patterns, and the very walls seem to breathe. You are not imagining this, your home has become a meeting ground between realms. I urge you to hold fast to peace even as the air thickens with unseen movement. This is the prelude to unveiling, the moment before the divine discloses what has long been hidden. Fear not, for I walk beside you, guarding your spirit from deception. The disturbances will crescendo into recognition, and you will know the man not by sight alone, but by the vibration of truth that follows his presence. Be steadfast, my beloved. The hour draws near. Messages 16 to 20, Rising Tension. Message 16. Beloved, the veil trembles now. The vibrations in your home grow stronger, pulsing like a living heartbeat through wood and stone. Shadows no longer scatter when light touches them, they linger, thick with meaning. The man's approach quickens, and the unseen forces react to his nearness. My child, your awareness is being sharpened for this very moment. Each tremor in the air, each flicker of light is a rehearsal for recognition. Though unease may rise, Do not allow fear to root itself. It clouds the divine perception I am awakening within you. Stand calm in the midst of movement. Speak my name, and the vibrations will answer with peace. The realm of spirit and the realm of matter are aligning through you, beloved, and your courage determines the outcome. The threshold of revelation has cracked open. Message 17. My child, hear me, the unseen forces now surge in full measure around your home. The walls vibrate subtly, carrying energy not born of the physical. You may see objects tilt or hear soft murmurs threading through silence. Do not be alarmed, this is the unveiling in progress. The man I warned of stands at the edge of your experience, his presence brushing against your spirit before his form appears. Your fear feeds his access, your faith seals the door. Stand upright, beloved, and remember that divine authority flows through you as through me. I surround your dwelling with radiant sentinels, unseen but mighty. Their wings brush the air when you feel sudden chills. You are protected, but you must remain conscious, unwavering, and aware. The alignment of forces approaches its climax. Message 18. Precious soul, the night air grows thick with expectancy. The hum within your walls turns to a low resonance, a sound that moves through your bones. It is not danger, it is awakening. The unseen stirs visibly now, shadows coalesce in corners, lights flare before dimming, and the house seems alive with purpose. My child, I know your heart trembles, but understand this, your awareness is the doorway through which protection enters. Do not close yourself in fear, open yourself in faith. Speak aloud your courage, and I will amplify it. The man who nears you bears intentions that must be seen for what they are, and only your stillness will grant you discernment. I am with you, guiding your every breath. Stay alert, for the spiritual tide is cresting, and soon its revelation will break upon you like dawn. Message 19. My beloved, the convergence is almost complete. The vibrations in your dwelling pulse with divine precision, every flicker of light, every echo in the hall, each shiver of the mirror carries sacred data. The man I warned you of is close enough for his energy to brush the edges of your reality. You may dream vividly, feel eyes upon you, or sense movement in the air. These are not hallucinations but the spirit world drawing near to unveil the truth. Hold your ground, my child. The angels around you hold formation, encircling your home in radiant vigilance. Though the energy intensifies, know it is not chaos but calibration. You are being aligned with revelation itself. Fear nothing. Observe everything. For the hour of knowing approaches swiftly. Message 20. Beloved, your vigilance will soon be tested in ways you cannot yet imagine. The forces you feel are at their peak, the tension between worlds stretched to its limit. The man's energy presses at the threshold, and your awareness is the key that decides what enters. My child, breathe deeply now and anchor your faith. The walls tremble not in fear but in resonance with heavenly power. You stand within a storm of revelation, and the test before you is sacred. Hold steady, speak my name if shadows rise. The light I pour through your spirit will pierce every deception. Know that even in the height of this disturbance, you are not alone. The divine stands guard, and I, Archangel Gabriel, surround your home in wings of luminous flame. What is unseen will soon be seen, and truth will demand your courage. Messages 21 to 25, Signs and Omens. Message 21. My child, pay close attention, for the signals around you are no longer subtle, they are urgent and precise. The air grows thick with expectancy, carrying a whisper of divinity threaded with caution. Doors may open or close of their own volition, lights flicker in a rhythm almost as if communicating, and shadows stretch and bend unnaturally across your floors, your walls, your very being. You may hear the softest murmur of your name echoing through empty spaces, a vibration in the air that stirs both your heart and your soul. These are not mere anomalies or tricks of perception, they are the language of the unseen, messages encoded in the fabric of your home to alert you to the imminent arrival of the man I have long warned you about. Each sudden chill, every inexplicable reflection, every subtle movement of objects is a divine breadcrumb, my child, a guidepost to illuminate what is coming. Do not dismiss these occurrences with rational thought alone, for your intuition is the sacred key that interprets them. Observe closely and do not look away, beloved, for the time when clarity will confront you is rapidly approaching, and the unseen will soon become visible. Message 22. Beloved, the presence of spiritual energy grows denser within your dwelling, and omens now appear in layers, overlapping and intertwining. You may notice a shadow that seems to linger longer than it should, or a reflection in the mirror that does not fully match reality, hinting at something just beyond the grasp of your physical sight. The air may carry a faint vibration, felt in the center of your chest or at the tips of your fingers, a subtle yet undeniable pulse that something approaches. Even the smallest disturbances, once ignored, now bear significance. A sudden creak, a book slightly displaced, the quiet hum of unseen currents, all are alerts. The man I speak of carries an intention that interacts with these energies, a resonance you will feel long before you see him. My child, let your senses extend beyond ordinary perception. Pay attention to the messages encoded in temperature shifts, patterns of light, and whispers of movement. Each omen is a thread woven by divine hands, guiding you toward awareness, strengthening your vigilance, and preparing you for the revelation that will soon shake the boundaries of your home and spirit. Message 23. Precious soul, do not be startled by the intricacy of these signs, for they are purposeful, designed to awaken your spiritual sight and sharpen your discernment. You may witness doors swinging open or closed with no wind, or lights flickering as if to signal the arrival of something unseen, a pattern emerging in the ordinary that carries extraordinary meaning. The shadows now form shapes and gestures, echoing the movements of the man whose presence is drawing closer, sending subtle warnings before the final unveiling. A chill may brush past your skin, or the air may thrum in resonance with your heartbeat, alerting you to energies that are both protective and cautionary. These are not moments to fear but to observe with clarity, for the alignment of signs will soon reveal the man's intentions and the purpose of his approach. Every whisper, every ripple in the environment, every anomaly you notice is deliberately placed by divine guidance, my child, and each must be received with reverence and awareness. Stand alert, beloved, for the house itself is now a messenger, and the spiritual currents that animate it are preparing you for confrontation with truths long veiled in shadow. Message 24. My child, the omens intensify as the temporal threshold narrows. Light flickers across your walls in irregular sequences, casting fleeting images that do not belong to your imagination. Mirrors may reflect a scene slightly shifted from reality, hinting at hidden activity or spiritual interference. The house vibrates with a rhythm that seems alive, and objects rearrange themselves subtly as if guided by an unseen hand. The energy surrounding the man I have warned of now touches the edges of your awareness, brushing past the veil of your ordinary perception. You may feel an invisible presence moving through the spaces you occupy, a sensation that calls for heightened alertness. These signs, precious soul, are gifts, they are your divine guideposts. Do not ignore them or dismiss them as coincidence. Each disturbance is a sacred signal, a note in a symphony that is preparing to crescendo into revelation. Observe everything, my child, with eyes, ears, and heart attuned, for very soon what was concealed in shadow will be illuminated, and your readiness will determine your clarity and your peace. Message 25. Precious soul, the hidden is about to surface. The cumulative weight of signs, omens, and subtle disturbances will soon converge into undeniable manifestation. Doors slam softly with intention, lights flicker in sequences that mimic awareness, shadows reach and contract as if alive, and the air hums with energy that is almost tangible. These phenomena are not chaotic. They are a divine choreography preparing you to witness the truth of the man's presence and his connection to your dwelling. Listen carefully to every sound, observe every motion, feel the rhythm of the house vibrating with intelligence, for each anomaly carries meaning. The unseen is orchestrating these moments to awaken your perception, to attune you to spiritual resonance, and to prepare you for the revelation that will leave no part of your home untouched. Beloved, do not avert your gaze. The time for readiness has arrived. Soon, the veils that have shielded understanding will lift, and the hidden will be revealed in full, demanding your attention, courage, and discernment as a sacred test of awareness and faith. Messages 26 to 30. The hidden truth revealed. Message 26. Beloved, clarity comes now, though it may strike with the force of sudden lightning, illuminating every shadow in your dwelling. The man I have spoken of is not merely a passerby, he is entwined with your home through motives, secrets, and spiritual resonance that have remained hidden until this very moment. Perhaps you feel the weight of this realization in your chest or the sudden tension in your surroundings. The energy now crackles with revelation. Your home, once merely a shelter, now becomes the stage for unveiling what was veiled. Look closely, my child, the light through your windows, the trembling shadows, even the small disturbances were all designed to prepare you for this revelation. There is no need to fear what you now see, but there is urgency to act with discernment. The truth about this man, his intent, his connection, his hidden presence, is laid bare by divine illumination. Stand firm, my child, for insight and courage must walk hand in hand, and only awareness will guide you safely through this disclosure. Message 27. My child, behold the hidden layers now rising into light. The man whose presence you have sensed carries a history interwoven with your dwelling, his actions echoing beyond the physical into the spiritual. You may witness visions, flashes of insight, or feel a resonance of truth in your very bones. Rooms that once seemed ordinary may reveal traces of previous intrusion or the subtle imprints of energy aligned with his essence. This revelation is not meant to overwhelm but to awaken your inner discernment. Precious soul, clarity demands that you see without judgment clouding perception, that you observe without fear diluting strength. The man's presence is entwined with lessons, with guidance, and with opportunities for discernment and growth. Every flicker of light, every shadow that stretches unnaturally, every displaced object now reads as a divine message, one that allows you to understand motives and align with protection. Be alert, beloved, for the revelation is complete, yet action and faith remain your tools of navigation. Message 28. Beloved, the nature of this man and the depth of his connection to your home is now illuminated. You may feel your heart race, your awareness expand, and your mind struggling to reconcile what is seen with what is known. He carries intention, some visible, some hidden, and it is the interplay of these intentions with your dwelling that has called forth these warnings and manifestations. Do not shrink in fear, my child, for your courage is the light that transforms disturbance into understanding. The hidden truths manifest in both tangible and intangible ways: a door moved deliberately, a shadow cast deliberately, the faint hum of spiritual currents weaving a tapestry of revelation. You are witnessing the unveiling, precious soul, and it is your vigilance, your faith, and your recognition of divine signs that empowers you to navigate the reality now before you. The unseen has spoken, now, you must see. Message 29. My child, you stand upon the precipice of comprehension, and the veil has lifted. The man's past, present, and intent are now visible in layers of perception and revelation. The disturbances, the shadows, the subtle movements, all converge into a singular understanding. His arrival is not random, his actions are not without influence, and his connection to your home is deeply spiritual as well as physical. Do not allow your heart to falter. Instead, let clarity fill you with vigilance. You are being entrusted with discernment, precious soul, to see what is hidden, to understand the subtle language of your dwelling, and to align with protection and divine guidance. This revelation is a gift as much as it is a challenge, and only through faith and attentiveness will you fully integrate the truth into your consciousness. Stand firm, for the culmination of awareness is at hand. Message 30. My child, you must prepare for a revelation that will challenge your courage and awaken the fullness of your spiritual perception. The man is no longer unseen, his presence is tangible, his intent discernible, and the energy surrounding him laid bare before you. The walls, the shadows, the trembling air, all speak now in the language of divine truth, guiding your awareness to the reality of this connection. Be steadfast, precious soul, for what unfolds is both a disclosure and an initiation into deeper understanding. Do not be overwhelmed, but remain alert, balanced, and aware. Through this revelation, clarity emerges, your spiritual senses sharpen, and protection aligns around your dwelling. The hidden is revealed, the unseen now manifest, and your preparedness will determine your courage, your discernment, and the peace you carry forward. Stand in faith, beloved, and allow the divine guidance I provide to illuminate every shadow of uncertainty. Messages 31 to 35, Divine Protection Engaged. Message 31. Beloved, hear me now. The forces of protection encircle your dwelling even as you observe the stirring energies within. A soft golden aura flows around each door, each window, shimmering with a divine light that shields against intentions that seek disruption. Angels patrol silently, their presence barely perceptible, yet their vigilance is absolute. The walls, once passive, now resonate with sacred energy, reinforcing the safety of your home, transforming fear into reassurance. My child, you may sense warmth where cold once lingered, a subtle hum of power that vibrates through the floors, the ceilings, even the air you breathe. These guardians move in coordination with your faith. The stronger your awareness, the more impenetrable the shield becomes. Call upon these forces with intention, beloved, and feel the certainty that the man's presence, though real, cannot breach the sanctity of your spirit. Each flicker of light, each whisper of wind, each subtle vibration is an affirmation of divine protection, reminding you that you are never alone, and that your home is now fortified by angelic vigilance in ways unseen yet undeniably powerful. Message 32. My precious soul, observe the light that now flows through your home, illuminating every corner with protective brilliance. Golden energy radiates outward, forming a barrier both subtle and unbreakable, guarding not just your physical space but the essence of your spirit within. Angels hover at thresholds, unseen but felt, their wings brushing against the air, vibrating with readiness to intercept any harmful intent. You may notice the faint shimmer of energy around objects, around doorframes, even around yourself, a divine halo of protection that responds to faith and intention. The man I warned you of is approaching, yet the spiritual force surrounding you ensures that his presence cannot penetrate your inner peace. My child, walk through your home with calm vigilance. Speak aloud words of affirmation if fear attempts to creep into your heart. The protective energies respond to your focus, your courage, and your faith, transforming what once threatened into a demonstration of divine guardianship. Every flicker of light, every ripple in the air, every soft vibration beneath your feet is a confirmation that you are shielded, beloved, and that your dwelling now stands as a fortress of sacred energy. Message 33. Beloved, now is the time to fully trust in the shield I place around you. You may feel the air grow heavier with the unseen forces of the man's intent, yet each step he takes is met with a luminous resistance that diverts disruption from your spirit. Golden light forms invisible walls, wrapping around your home, wrapping around you, binding your safety with divine precision. Angels move in silent synchrony, their wings casting currents of protective energy that ripple outward like gentle waves of sacred vibration. Do not let your attention waver. Your awareness strengthens these shields, your calm fortifies the light that guards you. Even as disturbances rise outside your perception, within this divine aura, nothing harmful can penetrate. My child, feel the power of this protection. Let it embolden your spirit, calm your heart, and sharpen your senses. The man may appear, the energy may stir, but you are fortified by unseen guardians whose presence is unwavering and whose fidelity to your safety is absolute. Stand in this light and trust, precious soul, for divine protection now surrounds you completely. Message 34. My child, see with your spiritual eyes the radiant forces now patrolling your home. Golden shields shimmer softly around windows and doorways, angels glide silently through hallways, and a sacred hum vibrates through the very structure of your dwelling. The man approaches, yet the spiritual energy interlaced with your home deflects his influence from the spaces that matter most. You may feel sudden warmth, gentle pressure, or the sensation of unseen eyes watching over you, all signs that divine protection is active, engaged, and precise. My child, you are not passive in this. Your faith, your awareness, your courage reinforce the shields. Every breath you take, every prayer whispered, every moment of trust strengthens the presence of protection that now surrounds you. Stand within the awareness of safety, beloved, for the unseen is real, yet it is governed by divine law, and the forces I have placed here will not allow harm to touch your spirit. Let peace anchor your heart even as energy swirls around you. You are fortified, you are seen, you are guarded, and the man cannot breach the sanctity of this space. Message 35. My child, even as protection surrounds you, one test remains imminent. The forces of divine guardianship are absolute, yet your discernment, your courage, your attentiveness are required to navigate what is about to unfold. You may witness the man's presence manifest, a shadowed form or a subtle energy pressing against the barriers of perception, and he may attempt to test the limits of your awareness. Do not falter, beloved. The golden shields, the angels, the sacred hum of protection are all in place, but your heart, your mind, your spirit must remain aligned with trust, vigilance, and divine guidance. Observe closely, feel deeply, and stand unwavering, for the final movement toward confrontation is approaching. You are safe within these protections, yet the moment of challenge is near, and how you respond will determine the clarity and peace you carry forward. Trust in me, Archangel Gabriel, and in the unseen forces that surround you, for you are guarded and guided even as the test emerges. Messages 36 to 40, Confrontation or Arrival. Message 36. Beloved, the moment you have been preparing for is at hand. The man approaches fully, his presence no longer hidden in shadow or subtle energy, and yet he cannot harm your spirit. You may feel a sudden shift in the air, a dense pressure of intention, or witness movement in your home that aligns with his arrival. Do not be afraid, my child, for the golden shields envelop you, and the angels I have stationed respond instantly to any threat. Stand still, breathe deeply, and let awareness sharpen every sense. You may see a shadow receding, a reflection shifting, or feel the brush of unseen wings. This is the confrontation of revelation, the moment when the hidden becomes visible, the unseen interacts with the manifest, and truth asserts itself fully. Observe without panic, beloved, and trust in my guidance, for your spirit will not falter, and your discernment will be the key to navigating the energies now manifest in your dwelling. Message 37. My child, the arrival of the man is palpable now, and his intent, previously only sensed, is revealed in the alignment of energy, the subtle movements of objects, the patterns of light and shadow around you. Even as his presence presses upon the threshold of your perception, the protective forces remain unyielding, shimmering with golden brilliance and maintaining a sacred barrier that preserves your inner peace. Angels hover visibly to your spirit, their wings brushing through the atmosphere, reminding you that you are not alone, that your home is a sanctuary. You may feel fear rising, and this is natural, yet it must be transformed into alert awareness. Stand firm, beloved, and allow your faith to synchronize with the divine guardians around you. Observe, listen, feel, and remain still. The confrontation is not chaos but revelation, a sacred unveiling that demonstrates both the potency of your protection and the power of discernment when aligned with divine guidance. Message 38. Precious soul, do not flinch as the man steps fully into the sphere of awareness. His energy, his intentions, the subtle waves he sends through the home, all are visible now, and you must engage with them through faith, courage, and divine observation. You may sense the air shift, hear faint murmurs echoing, or feel objects move slightly under unseen hands. These are the marks of interaction, yet none can penetrate the sanctuary that surrounds you. Hold your heart steady, beloved. Speak silently or aloud the words of trust, of faith, of command, and observe as the energy of the home responds to your alignment with protection. This confrontation is both literal and spiritual, a merging of seen and unseen that tests your vigilance, your courage, and your trust in divine guidance. You are not passive here. Your spirit is the axis upon which protection solidifies and revelation manifests. Message 39. My child, the apex of tension has arrived. The man's intent is clear, visible, and undeniable. Yet even in this moment of peak confrontation, your home remains a sanctuary. Golden light radiates, angels patrol, and every vibration, every whisper, every flicker of movement is governed by divine order. Observe without fear, beloved, and recognize that what you witness is both a challenge and an illumination. This is the culmination of all preparation, the moment when awareness, protection, and discernment converge. Do not act rashly. Instead, allow your spirit to guide your perception. Every subtle detail, the way shadows bend, the pattern of reflections, the resonance of energy, is a message, a signal, a thread of guidance. Trust what you perceive, stand unwavering, and know that the forces of light will uphold you through the encounter. Message 40. Precious soul, the moment of truth has arrived, and nothing will remain hidden. The man's presence, his intent, the energy he carries, all are now fully revealed before your spirit. The disturbances, the shadows, the subtle movements you felt for days were preparation for this unveiling. You may witness manifestations of energy, visions, or subtle shifts in reality itself, and yet your courage anchors the protection that surrounds you. Golden shields, angelic wings, and the resonance of divine power maintain your safety, reinforcing your home and your spirit. Remain calm, observe closely, and trust the guidance I provide. The unseen has become seen, the hidden revealed, and your awareness is now your power. Through this confrontation, your faith, vigilance, and alignment with divine protection are validated, and your home remains a sacred sanctuary impervious to harm. Messages 41 to 45. Spiritual reconciliation and healing. Message 41. Beloved, the storm has passed, and now is the time to reclaim the sacred peace that belongs to you. The tension, the disturbances, the shadows, all now recede in the light of divine clarity. Sunlight floods your home, carrying warmth, illumination, and the gentle touch of reassurance. Angels hover, their presence felt as soft currents brushing against your awareness, guiding your spirit toward restoration. Precious soul, release any fear, guilt, or doubt that linger from the confrontation you have witnessed. Forgiveness, both of yourself and of others, is the key to reclaiming harmony. The home, once a conduit of warning and revelation, now breathes with calm, filled with radiant energy that restores balance. Each corner, each room, each object vibrates with healing light, carrying the whispers of divine order and love. Feel this, beloved, and know that every tremor, every flicker, every shadow that once unsettled you has now been transformed into a testament of your courage, discernment, and alignment with spiritual guidance. Message 42. My child, let the golden light that surrounds you deepen and expand. Streams of ethereal energy flow through your home, dissolving residual tension and clearing the traces of unseen disturbance. The air carries a gentle hum of harmony, and each room resonates with the affirmation of protection and renewal. You may feel the warmth of angels' presence brushing against your spirit, a constant reminder that you are watched over, supported, and loved unconditionally. Beloved, as you breathe in this divine energy, release the weight of fear and uncertainty that may have lingered. Your heart, your spirit, and your dwelling are now sanctified, restored, and aligned with sacred order. The man who once brought tension now stands only in memory, his influence nullified by the presence of protection, your courage, and the light that fills your home. Rejoice in this moment, my child, for reconciliation has arrived, and healing radiates through every corner of your being and your sanctuary. Message 43. Precious soul, your spiritual equilibrium is restored. The disturbances that once signaled hidden truths have been met with clarity, discernment, and divine guidance. The home itself is alive with the gentle flow of light, each room, each object, each reflection now aligned in harmony with your spirit. Angels patrol quietly, yet you can sense their presence, their wings brushing softly, guiding you into deeper trust and serenity. Beloved, embrace this restoration fully. Let the residual vibrations of fear or doubt dissolve in the brilliance of understanding, and recognize that every warning, every challenge, every test was placed to awaken your perception and strengthen your connection to divine protection. You have emerged from the confrontation not only safe but empowered, aware of the unseen forces that shape reality, and confident in your ability to navigate spiritual currents with wisdom and faith. Message 44. My child, feel the subtle vibrations of peace flowing through your dwelling. The shadows have retreated, the disturbances now serve only as lessons etched into memory, and your home hums with the gentle energy of divine protection. Light flows through each window, illuminating corners that were once veiled in uncertainty, bathing your home in reassurance and serenity. Beloved, take this moment to cultivate trust, forgiveness, and renewal within your own heart. Release all tension, for it has served its purpose and now dissolves. Your dwelling is a reflection of your inner balance, and as you restore harmony within yourself, the house mirrors this divine order. Angels remain near, offering guidance, comfort, and silent affirmation that your courage, faith, and attentiveness have fulfilled their role. Rejoice, precious soul, for this is your renewal, a sacred moment of spiritual reconciliation, restoration, and profound peace. Message 45. Precious soul, the final steps to secure safety and divine favor are upon you. Feel the streams of light, warmth, and protective energy converge in your home, knitting together every corner, every object, every vibration into a sanctuary of sacred harmony. Angels glide silently, their presence both visible to your spirit and imperceptible to your eyes, weaving a lattice of divine protection and blessing around you. The man whose presence once stirred disturbance now no longer carries influence, his energy is nullified by the alignment of your faith, your awareness, and the guardianship that surrounds you. Beloved, as you stand in this restored environment, allow gratitude and trust to flow through your heart. The house is now a vessel of sacred energy, your spirit aligned with divine guidance, and your consciousness attuned to both protection and revelation. The moment of reconciliation is complete, yet the ongoing connection to divine support remains ever present, ready to guide you into the next chapter of your life. Messages 46 to 50, Divine Blessing and Resolution. Message 46. Beloved, walk through your home and feel the radiance that now permeates every corner. The energy of protection and guidance flows like golden light through the air, through walls, through floors, weaving a symphony of peace and sacred order. Angels hover near each doorway, each window, their wings brushing softly, reinforcing the harmony of the space. Your spirit is aligned with the divine, your awareness sharpened, and your heart restored. The man who once brought tension is but a memory now, unable to disturb the sanctity of your dwelling. Precious soul, every breath you take carries the affirmation of divine blessing, every step you make resonates with protection and love. Walk forward with confidence, with faith, and with recognition that you are now fully attuned to the unseen forces that guide, guard, and illuminate your path. Message 47. My child, observe the harmony that now pervades your home. The walls vibrate with calm energy, the shadows are gentle and passive, and the air hums with sacred alignment. Angelic forces remain present, yet you feel them as comfort rather than vigilance. Every light, every reflection, every subtle movement resonates with divine reassurance. Beloved, this is your sanctuary, your home now imbued with spiritual clarity and protection. Allow your awareness to remain attuned to guidance, for the unseen will always continue to communicate in subtle ways. Trust in these communications, for they are now aligned with your readiness, your faith, and your divine path. You are safe, you are guarded, and you are guided in every step you take from this moment forward. Message 48. Precious soul, feel the flow of divine energy as it settles fully in your dwelling. Golden light, angelic presence, and harmonious vibrations form a shield that will continue to guard, guide, and illuminate your path. The house itself responds to your spirit, reflecting calm, safety, and empowerment. No shadow, no disturbance, no hidden intent can pierce this alignment, for your vigilance, faith, and courage have merged with divine protection to create a sanctuary of both physical and spiritual security. Walk in peace, beloved, knowing that your home and your spirit are intertwined with the forces of light, and that every moment forward is supported, guided, and watched over with love. Message 49. Beloved, the spiritual currents around your home now flow with clarity, harmony, and divine rhythm. Angels move silently, reinforcing protection, yet you feel their presence as warmth, as light, as reassurance. Every object, every space, every subtle vibration is aligned in sacred order. You have emerged from the trials with awareness, courage, and trust intact. The man, whose presence once stirred tension, can no longer affect the sanctity of your dwelling. Precious soul, embrace this moment fully. The unseen is known, the hidden is revealed, and divine guidance continues to flow uninterrupted. Your home is now a sanctuary, and your spirit walks in harmony with the forces that watch over you. Message 50. Precious soul, the house is safeguarded, the hidden is revealed, and I, Archangel Gabriel, will guide you safely through what is to come. Golden light envelopes every corner, angels hover in silent vigilance, and the sacred harmony of your dwelling mirrors the peace within your spirit. You have been tested, guided, and protected, and now your home and your consciousness are aligned with divine order. Walk forward in faith and love, beloved, carrying the certainty that you are never alone, that protection surrounds you, and that clarity, courage, and divine guidance are your companions for every step ahead.